Thank you for being here. At King County Metro, we love a good celebration. We spend a lot of our time planning for the future, looking for what's to come, dreaming about what we should be next. And we knew this day was going to be here, and we have worked real hard for it. And so, Metro folks, where are you in the crowd? Congratulations! This is awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your work to get us to this point, and to our partners, both in the construction world, our funders, our city partners, and everyone who's helped us. Welcome to the celebration. 2 years ago, and just 200 yards away, we launched Metro's test charging facility. And since then, that facility has been electrifying the first arrivals of our next generation battery electric bus. But those overhead chargers, as you all probably remember being at the last celebration, can only handle a handful of buses at a time. So at that opening in 2022, we said that was just the beginning, that there was more to come. So today we are taking those next steps on our journey toward a zero emission fleet and building the infrastructure to support it. This location will be our filling station, if you will, but not with gasoline or diesel. Instead, these buses will be charged with 100% electric power. Every week, more than 1 million riders count on Metro. We take our responsibility to get them to where they need to be very seriously. We also have a responsibility for the health and sustainability of the communities we move through. Our transition to zero emission vehicles is reliant upon the state-of-the-art facilities such as this one. It will reduce the local pollution and reduce our carbon footprint. Studies have shown that replacing traditional diesel buses with zero-emission buses improves the lives of everyone, our operators, and the communities that we serve. I am proud to be part of an agency that's not just doing our part to fight climate change for future generations, but also improving the livelihoods of the communities along the way. Transitioning our fleet to reduce greenhouse gas emissions presents a myriad of opportunities for job creation. From the contractors who are here today and the engineers that we engage in the design and construction of this site, to Metro's workforce, our most important part of our system. We are going to create the next generation of transit service provision, and we're going to create a lot of jobs along the way. Our future together is exciting. I want to thank the FTA and Susan Fletcher and her team for being here today, and WashDOT for their financial support, and also Seattle City Light for your continued partnership. Without it, we certainly wouldn't be here. And now I want to introduce someone who does not really need any introduction, the great champion for transit and for climate change, King County Executive Dow Constantine.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you all for joining us as we gather to celebrate the groundbreaking for a facility that will be home to up to 120 new zero-emission buses. First, I want to take a moment to recognize some folks, including some Michelle mentioned, who are with us here today. First of all, our host, the mayor, still kind of new mayor of the city of Tukwila, our friend Mayor Tom McLeod is here today. As was mentioned, a strong ally in our region, the Federal Transit Administration Region 10 Deputy Director, Susan Fletcher. Supplying our power, Seattle City Light Interim General Manager and CEO Don Lindell. A friend who's worked with us on many important and innovative projects from McKinstry Construction, Ash Awad, and his team. And the people who actually build the stuff and drive the stuff, our labor partners, IBEW and the ATU. So deploying and expanding our fleet of battery electric buses is a critical component of our overall plan to reduce carbon emissions and reduce ambient air pollution, local pollution, as well as combat climate change. We're embarked on a journey that we started a few years back. We needed buses to do this job, and those buses did not exist. So we challenged bus manufacturers, build us electric buses that can traverse our region's hills, that can manage our occasionally snowy conditions and occasionally simmering hot summers. Buses that could go more than 140 miles on a single charge for the longer 60-foot articulated buses and 220 miles for the 40-foot buses. And the industry saw the opportunity and stepped up, creating battery electric models for our large articulated buses built to meet our demanding routes and service missions. And that's good news, not just for Metro, but for transit agencies across the country, because we view our mission as obviously delivering for the people of King County, but also pushing the technology, pushing innovation that will affect the rest of the industry and the world. Along with those innovative new buses, we're also leading the way with the infrastructure to charge them and to get them out on the roads. And our test charging facility Michelle mentioned just across the yard serves our growing fleet of buses today. It's also helping teach transit operators from all around the world, not just from Metro, and we share our experiences and insights with agencies back home. Now, this new interim base is answering our greatest challenge yet, building out the infrastructure today to serve the transit network of tomorrow. And we're ensuring that this project meets all of our green goals, not just in operation, but in the construction of the facility itself. We'll maximize the reuse and recycling of construction materials. We'll reduce the heat island effect. I know that seems a little remote today, but during the summer, this dark asphalt can get very hot, so we're going to be lightening it up with lighter concrete to reduce the localized heat effect. We're using lessons learned at our testing facility, and this new base will draw on a bountiful resource in our region, which is zero carbon electricity provided by our friends at Seattle City Light. And that is from our hydroelectric resources, obviously, to support the buses that are becoming a common sight in King County. Now, there's another reason we're building this base for our zero-emission future in this particular location. For too long, communities in South King County have had to carry a disproportionate burden of the health impacts of air pollution. That's why it is really an overdue moment that the buses operating out of this interim base will run on clean electricity and be 100% zero emissions. And all those new electric buses will support our new energy livery that you see just behind us, a bold new look for the future of transit. It's a design that will be visible, a visible reminder of the clean zero-emission buses we're delivering, and so you'll see those added into the fleet, and you'll be able to immediately pick out which buses are the new electric buses, and riders will know in the years ahead as we are adding to our fleet of zero-emission buses. So as we break ground, here's to the important work underway to support our riders, to support public health, and to support the global environment. And thank you so much for being here today. It's my honor to introduce to you the Mayor of Tukwila, Tom McLeod.
Thank you, Executive Constantine. Today I would like to welcome everyone to the City of Tukwila on this great occasion. Tukwila is proud to join efforts with King County in this generational transition away from buses that depend on diesel fuel to power them. We are transitioning our neighborhoods from having to live with the impacts of burning fossil fuels to keep buses moving. This is going to allow our residents to live healthier lives away from such pollution. I just completed my second month as the mayor of Tukwila, and like any good elected official, I would like to take credit for today's groundbreaking. But this is more than a 2-month process. Today's transitional move is the result of a collaborative effort between Tukwila and King County. The city and county created a unique development review process to allow this project to move forward quickly, even during the challenges of COVID-19. I want to express my sincere appreciation to the Tukwila City staff and King County staff for being creative in how we completed our development review process on this project. Again, we are excited to join Executive Constantine and King County in this transformation. We appreciate our partnership with Metro and their Tukwila base. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Don Lindell, the Interim General Manager and CEO of Seattle City Light.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And thank you all for joining us today to mark this milestone in the electrification and decarbonization of this region. I am so excited to have the honor to lead a utility that recognizes the integral role that transportation electrification plays as we work to decarbonize on our modernization journey. City Light is leaning into partnerships like this one with King County Metro to realize these benefits. As we completed our community outreach in creating our transportation electrification strategic investment plan, we learned that the top community leadership priority was electrification of public transit. We were excited to work with King County on the initial charging infrastructure that's already in place operating at South Base. And now the real work begins as we continue to electrify the bus fleet on a greater scale. City Light is so proud to be providing carbon neutral fuel. It's clean, modern, efficient electrons that will power this transition. It's a true triple win for our utility, for our communities, and for our planet. Congratulations to our friends and colleagues at King County. Thank you for being great partners under Susan Fletcher's leadership, and we look forward to what comes next as we create our energy future. I now have the honor to introduce Hina Vahora, the co-chair of Mobile Equity.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hina, and I'm the current co-chair of King County Metro's Mobility Equity Cabinet. I am super excited to be here today as a passionate advocate for a greener future for our beloved South King County. As a student at the University of Washington and a lifelong resident of South King County, the shift towards electrification marks a milestone. Having grown up riding the bus to different after-school programs, the transition to battery electric buses represents not just a technological progress, but a leap towards preserving the community that shaped who I am today with cleaner air. As the youngest co-chair of the Mobility Equity Cabinet, I am passionate about engaging youth in our community. I see this electrification project not just as an improvement in transit, but as a symbol of hope and progress. I want to encourage all young people to ride these new buses as they represent beacons of change, offering rides that are cleaner, greener, and free for those 18 and younger. Woo! Today we are taking ownership of our future. So with that, let's ride together towards a future where community thrives on clean energy, where every bus ride takes us closer and to a sustainable world.
Okay, so here's they're ready. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hold on.